when did you get started in harness racing?
Well, my father had horses, and I used to jog them after school and work with them and go to races with him, and that's pretty much how I started at the horses.
What age were you when you started jogging them?
I was like 12 or 13.
Question 2. How did you pick out your driving uniform? Why the colors orange and green and white and the white diamonds?
Well, one time didn't make no difference what colors you had, then the coming time you had your colors registered. So that's more or less how I've picked my colors.
Why were those colors though? Like why green and
Well, I don't know, I just happened to pick them out of choices of colors to do, so that seems the colors match up the best, I guess.
Question 3. Do you remember what it felt like to drive in your first race, and when was it?
Oh, I was 18. It was in I think a 10-horse field in a stake race. And I had a horse by the name of Gareth Best, and he was, I think, a 5-year-old horse, and he was a nice horse, and he sort of knew what he was doing in a race himself.
What year did you race? That race?
18, so.
67. What did you say to you last time?
How did you feel when you raced?
Well, I was quite excited, but I think the horse knew more than I did at the race at that time.
Question 4. When did you win your first race? What was the horse and how did that feel?
There, I guess it's up the flag. I went in Summerside. In Summerside, in mile 212, I think it was with Gareth Best. And it was a nice field to win the first race.
Question 5. When did you know you wanted harness racing to be your career?
Well, I always liked the horses, and it was my choice of jobs. I worked some at the lumber mill in Honor River with my father and them, so I took the horse racing. Worked for my uncle, Emmett Bernard. That's how I got started at the racetrack.
Were there some people who were helpful to you early in your career? If so, who?
There were a lot of people around at that time. Real good horse people. There's been there over the years, and there were several people around. Which my uncle was a very smart horseman and done a good job at it. And there was a lot of people around at that time. Were pretty good people.
7. Is it hard work to be a trainer and a driver in harness racing? How many hours a day?
Hours a day, but it's long hours. Long hours, and if you didn't like it, you wouldn't be at it. For some days you get 14 hours a day in working and racing, and it's tough. You gotta like it.
Question 8. Was there a time that you ever thought harness racing would not work out for you?
No, I don't think so. I was always loved the harness racing part of it. Training young horses and stuff. I really enjoy that.
Question 9. Did you ever... What?
You fellas are too quick. I can't write those notes quick enough. Keep going, you're alright.
Did you ever think about doing something else for a job? Why or why not?
No, I didn't. I really was interested in horse racing, and that's a career that I picked.
Picking up speed for the third race. Here they come.
Question 10. Did you ever get hurt while harness racing? If so, what happened?
Yes, I was broke my ankle once in a harness racing race, and there was 3 or 4 horses fell down in front of me, and I went over the top of them. Landed my ankle.
And did surgery, right?
No, that was the time I hurt the service. I was only 15, then 16.
That time you went down here, but you had that plate and I put it in, right?
No, that was the third time.
Question 11. How many horses do you think you have trained and driven through the years?
Oh. I wouldn't have any idea.
How many drives? Almost 3,000 in, so if you watch 10,000 drives. How many
Well,
horses?
you say you run around 100 drives a year or something.
How many horses have been your favorite horses to race?
Oh, I have a lot of nice horses and nice young horses, colts and stuff. And I'd say that's my top favorites would be Touch of Lightning, Grampy's Winner, and Dexter's Jane, Dexter's Wine. They're all nice young horses, and other more now I can't remember. But I guess my favorite horse would be Pownal Bay Matt for winning the Gold Cup.
So, that
They're all nice young horses, and other more now I can't remember. But I guess my favorite horse would be Pownal Bay Matt for winning the Gold Cup.
So, Dash, you had another part of that question, I think, was why my Poppy said about those horses, but if you're gonna ask him something about each of those ones, why they were favorites? So, Touch of Lightning was the first one he said.
Why was Touch of Lightning your favorite?
Oh, well, he was a nice horse. He could leave the gate and go fast. And, you know, I won a lot of nice races with him, a lot of major stake races. And he made over $100,000 in 2 years racing.
Okay. Grampy's Winner was the next one.
Why was Grampy's Winner your favorite?
He was a different type of horse. He could do it anyway. He could power from behind. He could go to the front, or he could lay outside. He was a big, tough horse.
And then there's Dexter's Jane and Dexter's Wine. So there's Dexter's Jane. Picture of who was on Dexter's Wine.
Why was Dexter's Jane?
They were pretty well similar, the same as them 2 best colts. Really, all big major stake races, and they made over 100,000 in 2 years, 2 and 3 year old.
Pownal Bay Matt, of
Question 12. Can you name your top 3 favorite horses and tell me why they're your
Well, I
favorite?
think Bobby, you just did that one. You did that when you asked him. You asked him. You forgot.
That was question 1.
Yeah, I know. You skipped him. That's good though. You got it.
Question 13. What do you look for when picking out a good horse?
Well, I like a horse with a nice smart head on him and good confirmation. Stands good and a nice smart head, and a nice size horse is generally what I go for.
Question 14. Do you prefer girl horses, fillies, or boy horses, colts? Explain why.
Well, I've had both, and I had real good luck with some of the ones I named to you there. They were fillies and colts, and I had good luck with both colts and fillies.
No preference.
Question 15. You have almost 3,000 races. What are the 3 best races that you have ever won? Explain why.
Well, we win a lot of every major race in the Maritimes I've won, and you know they're all nice races. But I would say the top ones to win would be Dairy Queen races. We won 2 horses in them. We finished first and second, going for 59,000. Gary McDonald drove the winner for me, and I drove Pillar Strength was second. And then I would have to say, the Jeffrey Bowman race. It was sort of a highlight of the career. It was something feeling that day for it was an unexpected winner.
That was Atlantic Cyrus final.
Yeah.
Before there was Breeders' Crown, right?
Yeah.
Before that. Oh, that is Dairy Queens used to kind of be Breeders' Crown. Well, they weren't.
18,000 or something.
Yeah.
Question 16.
And then the third one, that's 2. You gotta ask for 3. You gotta ask for 3 races.
What did I say they were?
Dairy Queens, and then Jeffrey Bowman's race,
And then the
Gold Cup.
yeah.
That's what Brady's guess was. I'm shocked we didn't say that one, right? Hey, that's good.
Question 16. Can you tell me about Charlotte's Brit and the big race in 1994?
Charlotte's Brit, that was a Jeffrey Bowman race. It was she was a long shot favorite, but she was just on her game that day, and she used to make jumps. But that day she didn't. She just kept on going at the head of the stretch. She powered by her.
What about that now? I was telling Dawsyn a little bit. So what made that one so special with her? What happened there?
Well, that was on a day we were going for the stake race final, and the owner Tom McPherson had heard on CBC radio they were having a bet for Jeffrey Bowman for a mobile wheelchair, and he called me and he said he was going to donate the mayor's winnings of that day toward it, and which he was like me. I don't think he expected to win it, but he stuck to his word. He donated 7,000, I think it was, or 8,000.
Why was that race special to you?
Well, that pretty well sums it up there, I think.
So what do you think? What do you think the answer was?
Yeah.
What do you think the answer was? If Bobby said that sums it up, what does he mean when he says that?
Jeffrey Bowman.
Kind of obvious because he went and helped the family.
Good. Making sure you understood.
Question 18. Did you become friends with Jeffrey Bowman's family?
Yeah, Jeffrey Bowman, he used to come to Barron quite regular. After that, his mother would take him in. He was quite proud of his wheelchair and stuff. And yes, they come pretty regular until it's come time up to when he wasn't able to get out and come to the barn.
you always dream about being in the Gold Cup and Saucer, and why?
Well, everybody's dream is like to win the Gold Cup and Saucer, and I was in it 4 or 5 times and just got folded out once in it. 4s and 5s in it, and finally, unexpectedly, we did win it.
Question 20. How many times have you driven in the Gold Cup and Saucer? Where did you finish? And did you ever think you would win it?
I've drove in it 4 or 5 times. I think I just got folded out with Bob, and a dual Hanover was in it. And then, who else had been in it? Mountain Swinger was in it. I guess I had 4 or 5 drives in it before I went in.
Dual Hanover, Mountain Swinger, Bob. Just pause, wait. Okay. Mountain Swinger.
Did you ever think you would win it?
Well, I was always hoping I'd win it, and finally our chance come, we did win it.
Question 21. In 2008, did you think your horse had a chance to win?
We had a bad post position, but I had a world class horse, and the thing that all worried me about was the post position. But I made a decision that day to drive him different, and it worked out for me.
So what changed? What made a difference? I just remember the question something. So what
Well,
was
I
different?
left out. I wasn't going to take no hold. I just eased him off the gate for generally the Gold Cup. It's a wicket race up front, and my plan was to go and just ease along and catch cover, perhaps at the half, live cover, and it went right from there. It worked out good. Took me around to the 3/4 pole, and I tipped out 3 wide, and the rest was history.
Question 22. What were you thinking during that race?
Well, we're thinking right up to the 3/4 pole. I knew there were lots of horse left, and I thought then I had a pretty good chance at it. And then when it was coming around the last turn, I knew I had them then.
What's your next one?
Question 23. How did you pull ahead and when did you think I'm going to win?
Just there as I said that. Another question there.
Question 24. When you won, was your family and friends happy for you? What do you remember from that? What did people and other racers say to you?
Well, everybody congratulated me stuff, and the whole family was here. Mother and father and sister, and my brother Roger. He was home out west. It all worked out to be like the races all worked out good.
Do you think you would ever be in the Gold Cup and Saucer again?
I don't think so.
Question 26. How is harness racing different today from when you started your career?
Oh, there's a lot of changes now of equipment and the way the horses are trained up different now, and the style of races is way different. Before they used to race single file with 3/4 pole and race the last quarter of a mile, and now it's it's direct opposite now. It's front end speed goes, and the race carries along further and faster.
Question 27. Have you ever won races, and you've won races in 7 decades? How do you feel about that?
Well, it's great. It'd be nice to win in another decade.
Is this a good job for young people?
It's not here and around the Maritimes. It's not, but if you'd like to like the horse racing business, you go to be in it. My objective would be go elsewhere.
23. Have there been people who were a big support to you over the years?
Yes, I'd over my whole lifetime, from start to right up to this day, I was lucky enough to have a lot of good owners and people that like the horses, and they do what I want to do with them. I mean, they leave it pretty well up to me.
Question 30. Is there something that you would like to talk about that we did not talk about?
Money. No, but pretty well. Like, I enjoyed my career, and I still enjoy doing it. And I like working with young horses. I have a few older horses, but mainly my objective is training in colts, and training colts, and getting through 2 or 3 year old years, and then we mostly sell them.
No.
Brady, did you think of no questions? Oh my goodness. All right.
Well,
What do you say then?
Thanks.
you're welcome. Good luck.